I'll kick us off. Welcome to our Q&A session, all about the admin calendars. Now, calendars are two of the most heavily used pages in the platform. So as you can imagine, we get quite a lot of questions about these.
Today, Sean and I will be going through a few pre-prepared questions that we receive often, but we also have breaks between those to answer any questions that you submit to the Q&A.
So yeah, we've got a quick disclaimer here. Our team are currently working on some exciting calendar improvements, and we were really hoping we could get to show you some of the stuff we've been doing today, but the changes do need a little bit more time just before they are showcase ready. So everything we cover today is applicable to your admin calendars now, but stay tuned for the future because things may improve.
Exciting.
Yeah.
So let's jump right into the first question.
I think we'll dive in.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I prefer that.
Let's dive.
Okay. I can't remember the first question. Can I hide sessional courses from my calendar? Yes. The checkboxes at the top of the calendar themselves, you can tick them on or off. And if you would rather have them always on or always off, get in touch, raise a ticket, and we can set the defaults for you. So yeah, hide sessional courses and hide sessions of sessional courses, either or both. And like I said, if you want them to always be on or always be off, and they're the opposite way around at the minute, we can flip that for you if you would prefer. So yeah, that's a question we get quite a lot, Sally.
Nice. I have to sort of avoid saying
I was going to say the nice one.
After everything you say.
Yeah. The nice one. We need a bell for that. The
like
nice one.
Bad.
Yeah, the nice one.
Bell. Moving on to the next question. Can I choose what course details show on my calendar? So the answer is yes. So if you go to advanced options, and if we click on display details label, there you'll find some advanced options there. We can tick delegate count, show what you want to see, basically. There's another one. We're going to look at the venue and the status of that course, and we're going to click set. Then if we click save options, that is going to apply. So there we go. So yeah, you can change the details there and use the tooltip.
Yeah, when you hover over it, it pops up, doesn't it?
It's moving on to the next question.
Mm-hmm. When I update the calendar display, does that update apply to other admins? No. Each admin chooses their own view. So if you set your own calendar, whichever options you click and choose and customize for yourself, it will only apply to you. In my case, if I impersonate another user, I impersonate anyone that's having a difficulty, it will show their calendar when I log in. But yeah, once you set it, there is no option to say apply to everyone else. So yeah, it's just your calendar only, your view.
Okay. So the next question that we've got is, can I see courses from, sorry, I'll say that again. Can I see courses from multiple training providers at once? So the answer to this is no. So for a targeted view, there is a training provider selector at the very top of the calendar. So see here, we've got training departments selected there. If you've got multiple training providers that you yourself have access over, you can click that drop down and select. So this controls what courses are ultimately displayed in your calendar. So there we go. Moving on.
Can I schedule a course at a weekend? Yes, you can. You might find by default that it's not there. We have a setting in the background, count working sessions. So by default, I believe bank holidays are excluded, potentially, and weekends. But if you say that you want to put courses on at the weekends or bank holidays, we can go in and we can adjust the setting in the background. That just enables both those days. The way you would know if it's working or not is if you try and put a course on a Saturday or Sunday, it will jump. I think it jumps forward to the next week, I think. But yeah, if you want to run courses at a weekend and you can't, get in touch, we'll tweak a setting and then you will be able to. So yeah, it's nice and easy for us to do.
Just anticipating questions there on the sort of the different bank holidays and depending on sort of where you're based, that is all dependent on we can add a bank holiday.
Yeah.
So you can just, it's a hard block on the calendar basically.
Absolutely. Yeah, we can select a specific amount of days, wherever you're in America, whatever bank holidays you have, and then we can remove them as well. So it's quite easy. If you have a course recurring every Monday, it will put them on a bank holiday ultimately. So we can exclude those if needs must.
So yeah, it's essentially up to you. Just give us a shout.
Mm-hmm.
The next question, can I hide cancelled courses from my calendar? So in short, yes. So we need to use the advanced options here. And if we select the click here to select course statuses, where is that? Here it is. Click here to select course statuses. This will bring up a status selection box in which, a selection box, that sounds nice,
Christmassy.
like Christmassy chocolates there. But these are not Christmassy chocolates. These are in fact course statuses. So you can select the statuses that you want to include there. If nothing is selected, there are no restrictions. So every status is included. But the second we tick one, all the other courses are excluded from the calendar, and whichever you have selected will then show once you have clicked set and save options, obviously. So yes, moving on to the next question.
Cool. How do I change the course colours on the calendar? What alliteration there. There's a few options. So you can't change the colour from the calendar, but there's this colour legend at the top here, you can see on the screenshot. So you've got by default none, which sort of picks the default colours. So if you've got, like you can see the blue there's got the white text. If you chose viability status category, if you set colours against those options, then those colours will show. I think tasks automatically have a red for completed, green for in progress. And if you set colours against your resources. So there's various areas in the platform you can set specific colours, and they will take over the ones you've got actually on display.
So you can't change the colour from the calendar itself. It's got to be done from form items themselves.
Category, and the viability obviously picks up the viability of the course if it's full, if it's got it's not fully booked, etc. Places available.
Okay, but yeah, thank you, Stu.
Yeah. There we go. That's my other screenshot.
There we go.
Should have the colour legend.
This is why I shouldn't be in charge of the mouse. So yeah, there we go. There's the colour legend. So we're going to move on to the resource calendar now. We've been looking at the course calendar. So how do I block a trainer's calendar, for instance, every Monday? So to do this, when you're editing your resource, you can go to the availability tab on the left there. By default, nothing will be set up in here, which means the trainer is always available. Now, you may have trainers that are always available, but certain trainers might have different commitments. You want to sort of tailor it to their availability. So if there are days that your trainers don't work, you can set up availability here to define what days they can work, what they're available to work for. So I'm just going to show you that there. So say, for instance, want to remove Monday, all we need to do is untick that box, and that will grey out the end time and start times there. So yeah, that is how the availability will look. It's playing again. There we go. Just untick the box.
Yeah, no need for a date range.
And then just going over to the calendar, you'll notice that Monday is now greyed out completely, quite like the colour of my hair and jumper today.
Monday should always be greyed out.
So there we go. So as you can see, you can also define the times just from the previous image there. You can set start times as well. So if, for example, you want to set 9 AM to 12 PM, if your trainer works half days, you can do that as well. So yeah, I'm going to move on to the next question now.
So how do I block a trainer's calendar for a single Monday using trainers' unavailability, not availability? So again, the one that Sean showed you is if they never work on a Monday and you just want to get rid of Monday, you would obviously deselect it, like the little animation showed you. But if you just want to say that a trainer is going to a wedding or something specific, you would then go to the actual to this section, and you would right click and just select unavailability, and it just blocks out that particular day, not every Monday. It's just that day. I think it gives you a date range. Have we got another slot? It just gives you a form to fill in, doesn't it? I think. Yeah. Time, etc.
Yeah, you can do that by using trainer unavailability.
The opposite of availability.
So moving on to the next question. If no one has any questions in the chat yet, just check in there. No. As I say, feel free to jump in there, guys. Can I add? Oh goodness me! I have to clear
Have a
my throat
drink.
there.
Have a drink.
Quick drink.
Get some caffeine.
Thank you. Can I add a trainer's schedule to my Outlook calendar? So the answer in short is yes. You can subscribe to trainer or venue calendars directly in Outlook or Google. So we have I believe this is Outlook that we're looking at here. So if we open the internet calendar options when we're editing our resource, you'll find it on the left-hand menu. You can't see it just with the screenshot because you need these top options here. We choose the month settings in here, so past months to include, future months to include. Then we can use the calendar link in Outlook or the Google Calendar to import that resource's calendar. So unlike iCals, you'll find this is synced, so it will stay updated if any changes happen to their courses. So yeah, they'll keep everything updated.
And that brings us to the next one. Can I sync trainer appointments from Outlook or Google into Access Planet? Yes, you can, in short. Exchange or Google Calendar integration. You can't use both, one or the other. It's a paid for module, so it's something that if you don't have it and you want it, you have to inquire with your CSM. But it is a two-way sync. And as you can see there, you've got directions in, out, and shake it all about, not both, and none. So you can pull from your trainer's calendars into Access Planet, or you can push from Access Planet into your trainer's calendar, or you can, the best option is that, as you can see highlighted there, is both. So that if you get added to a course date as a trainer, it will put the actual date into their Outlook calendar. Because I think most trainers use their Outlook calendar rather than logging in to Access Planet directly. So yes, you can. It's unlike the internet calendar, which is already included that Sean talked about. This is a paid for module. So yes, you can do it.
So yeah, you definitely need to speak to your CSM if you are interested in this.
Yep.
Yeah, which brings us on to the next question. What is the best way to check trainer or venue availability? This would be purely via the resource calendar. So we can use a timeline. You can obviously show either a week, a month, or things.
I think there's
day view.
Yeah, there's day, month, week. But this one, if you look at the panel on the right here, we've got vertical grouping. Each time slot is a day, and it's 31 days. So each slot is a day. And if you look down the left, you can see the actual trainer's name. So this is the timeline view. There is day, week, month, but the timeline stacked vertically in day or week I find is the most useful to get a good overview. You can see when there's a gap and somebody not training. It's a really useful way of using it.
Oh, that is really cool.
And you can save those options if you want to keep it. As you can see, the options saved there, so you can actually so it remembers in future.
Okay. So just going to open the floor again to you guys if you have any additional questions. Just going to open up the chat again to make sure I've not missed anything.
That would be a dog.
I don't know if you heard that, but we just heard Sarah's dog Pumpkin howling.
Yeah, probably for a red ball.
He loves that red ball.
He does.
But as we've got no questions in the chat, I just want to say thank you very much for joining. Thank you for taking the time to join the session, and we hope that you found it useful.
Yeah, and if you do think of any extra questions at all about the calendars, you know where we are. So just have a great rest of your day and just pop the questions in as a ticket, and we'll help you with it moving forward. Oh,
before we go, we have a question.
11th hour question.
So, can you sync course calendar to admins?
Can you sync a course calendar to admins? Calendars to admins. So, I see what you're saying, because they sync to trainers.
Right.
So Exchange integration syncs a trainer's calendar, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So if I think it needs you to be a resource. So you can have an admin that's a trainer. That's a way around it. But yeah, I don't think you can just. So I think what this person is asking is just like, can you go into your Outlook calendar and just see courses? Because I think the design for Exchange integration is all about if you're a trainer on that course, it puts it in your calendar. So I guess the short answer is no, you can't just sync and Exchange to put all the course into your calendar. But I think Sean's demo of the internet calendar You can go into Outlook and add that link, and that shows you all the courses coming up. But that's all courses. Again, as you saw, it was like for 1 month previous, 3 months in the future. But as far as Exchange integration goes, you need to be a trainer to get that to sync. Hopefully that answers that question. Fingers crossed.
Very good question. Thank you for getting that in.
Absolutely. Thanks. Thank you.
I think that concludes.
Yeah, that concludes
our Q&A.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Bye bye.